friends, I'm going to work on a project today that I have never worked on before. So please know I am not making this video as some sort of self-proclaimed expert. In fact, I'm such an amateur. I am a grown-ass woman at the age of 44. I moved out of my parents' house at 18, and I have never done maintenance on a dryer before. But of course, doing maintenance on a dryer helps its efficiency, and that helps your power bill goes down and helps you to use less resources for that power. So, of course, we all do the daily thing or the weekly thing, however often you do laundry. You clean out the lint catcher, right? Older dryers, they were on top, or I'm sure some of them still are. This dryer is just about 4 years old, so it's pretty fancy. So it's got this one up front, and of course it does a great job, and I can just do that every time, right? I just pull out. I just did a little reheat, so there's not much in there. Normally it can be a lot bigger, right? So easy, but I have noticed, of course, that there's a flap right here, just like on any kind of lint catcher. And when you open that up, let's see if we can add some light here. There is lint. My tiny little hands can kind of get in there. Oh yeah. Ugh. With my hand. And look what I just pulled up. Oh, and that was just like one ledge right there. And of course, so the casing goes down and below the tumbler, the barrel, whatever it's called, and goes out through a big hose, right? And then eventually gets pushed through a wall, through, we think maybe, or I think maybe, through our attic and hopefully out through a vent up there, because this wall behind here is an interior wall in the middle of the house. So we're not really sure where it goes, but so that's my guess. We're on the second floor, that it just goes up and out that way. So my plan is to try to vacuum out from inside this casing right here, and then my wonderful teenage son is going to help me pull this out. Hopefully that won't be very difficult. And we might have to take apart the casing in the back a little bit to see what we can clean out there, and vacuum out. So from there, from the back, from the hose, we'll use the vacuum. And then because I have no idea, took a quick look, how to reverse the airflow on a regular stand-up vacuum, I am going to use a leaf blower to try to blow out any lint that's still left in there, or to go out through the house to try to get that, because I don't think the vacuum would be very strong to get much out that way. So we'll use that for that purpose and the vacuum for the dryer. So wish me luck. We'll show you more in just a second. Okay, so my son and I did some vacuuming right there, and he could feel huge chunks coming through the hose of the vacuum, and this was like what was getting clogged, and I just pulled off the front of the vacuum when we would pull it out. So, and that was right underneath the vent, the lint catcher. So the lint catcher most definitely does not catch all the lint. So I'm thinking this is a pretty good idea. Okay, now we're going to move to the back of the dryer. So we aren't sure if our hose came detached when my son Trey was pulling it from the wall, which he wasn't, doing it really hard. It's pretty easy to pull. Or if it had come loose or wasn't that tight before. But look at this. I gotta say right now, folks, I'm so glad I'm doing this activity, not just to share an idea with others, but because this seems like a real health hazard. That's lint just all over. And truly, we couldn't see it before, just because the washer and dryer fit so tightly in the space, and we had no idea. So we're going to clean this up, and then we're going to see what we can do here to the back of the dryer and inside that hose there, and then through that hole in the wall. Wish us luck. Okay, so my wonderful son Trey is taking off the back panel. And on our dryer, that means you have to take off the entire panel. But we figured we need to do this because two places. Trey, can you show us? Two places were clogged.
Yes, so we had right here, it was clogged from the inside. And then over here, it was also clogged on this vent here.
There we go.
Which makes us think that there might be stuff actually inside there.
Right, and not just going towards the hose, which the vacuum didn't work that well on, so I just took it outside, got my hand in there. I beat it a whole lot like you would an old rug, and I got my hand in there and scraped it out. And I went ahead and used the leaf blower on the hole in the wall back there. I have since cleaned up the mess I made because, oh yes, I made quite the mess. My husband suggested that I put a towel around the leaf blower when I do it. But then we took a break and had dinner, and I had a glass of wine, and I forgot. So lint blew out all over me. Then I got the towel, and it worked wonderfully. So that's fabulous. See, this comes off pretty easily. It helps if you have a drill, of course. I would not want to do this without a drill. And I'm betting we're about to find a lot of stuff in here.
I'm gonna put this one back in here just so that this thing doesn't fall off. Just for now.
Oh, but I want to take a look in there. Can we take a peek?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's see.
That's as far as it'll open right now. I definitely see some stuff done in there from my angle.
Yeah, I see a little bit, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No.
So that's good news. We'll get that cleaned up, and then we'll be done. We just have to push the dryer back, right?
Yeah.
There's the dog Lily here to help. All right, we'll be right back one more time. Okay, so Trey is showing you all a view of the bottom of the inside of the dryer, and you can see that there is indeed plenty for us to clean out there. So we're gonna do that, put the back on, connect everything, the hose to the wall and the machine again, and we'll be all done. Okay, we're just about finished. He's putting the back panel on. I've learned that my vacuum is incredibly wimpy. There's my daughter. It just doesn't seem to suck out much. I was more using it to scrape the clods of lint and dirt towards me and pull them out with my hand. I keep getting my hand. I'm not a professional. So there he is putting that together, and I kind of wanted to show you all if I could. We did clean up all of the lint that was back there. We think the hose did come apart. And it took like Swiffer mats that, you know, the dust will stick to. But still, our washer and dryer are here in our kitchen. Ooh, I hope that didn't just make you dizzy. And we use our kitchen all the time. So there's kind of grease in the air. You're always fighting it, wiping down the cabinets and that sort of thing. So I think that helped the lint to like cake onto the wall and the floor. So after we tried to wipe it all and got a lot, then we just got hot soapy water and a fresh sponge, and then I was able to clean it off. So all of that back area is really nice and clean now. And I would like to also point out that we unplugged the dryer, because certainly when I was inside that casing, scraping around with my hand and using the vacuum and everything in there, the wires all looked covered and good, but still better safe than sorry, right? So unplug that dryer. I think that was our whole experience. Does that sound right to you, Trey?
Sounds just about right to me.
Just trying to get it all out from under the lint catcher at the front, inside the casing at the back, clean out the hose, and then use the leaf blower covered with a towel. Such an important aspect, unless you want to get lint and dust blown all up over your face. I will be going to take an allergy pill in just a minute. So use that towel, and it works really well. I just got a hand towel. And then you should have a more efficient dryer and a safer home from fire hazards, because lint is highly flammable. So there you have it, folks. I hope you will give it a try. Make your dryer more efficient and your home safer, and do your little part to help save the planet and bring down your electricity bill. Thanks.